Welcome back to the Lemon Factor. I'm Chad, and today we're on our next episode of installing the CX Racing Turbo Kit on our car. Now again, we are looking to see what works, what doesn't, and at this point, there's a lot of components in this kit that have been a little challenging to install. If you haven't seen previous episodes, go take a look. This is a multi-video series in which we're installing the kit. We're upgrading some parts that are obviously worth upgrading in the initial install, and in the end we're going to find out if it's really worth buying the CX Racing Turbo Kit, even if it's for some components while you upgrade others, or if you simply should buy all the components separately on your own. But before we get to that, let's move on to our next stage, and that is installing our CX Racing downpipe. So as you can see here, I have heat wrapped this. So this is the part, V-band clamp, that's going to clamp right up to the turbo, and it would be so nice if this could just snake its way up there, attach itself, tighten it down, we move on to the wastegate. I don't think that's going to happen though. Let's take a closer look at what we have already. We installed our CX Racing manifold, which we've heat wrapped. We've installed our upgraded turbo. I upgraded to a Precision Gen 2 6266 ball bearing turbo. We clocked the turbo, we got everything bolted down. Now we need to install the downpipe, which as you can see, there's not a lot of room in here. Because I've heat wrapped the downpipe in the manifold, it was difficult to get the downpipe up and through. And because of that, I did need to pound out a little bit of the aluminum. It is recommended to have someone else help you with this. Luckily, I had my son help. He just got under the car and just held it there, and attaching the V-band clamp that came with the CX Racing Turbo Kit was fairly easy. I'd like to take this opportunity to mention our merch store on Etsy. Currently, it includes various designs of shirts based on current project cars, including our 10th gen Honda Accord, our Mark V Toyota GR Supra, and our newest project car, our first generation Lexus IS300. We also have various shirts not associated with the project cars, plenty of designs out there. Go take a look, see if there's something you're interested in, because I will be routinely updating the designs, removing some old ones, adding some new ones. So if there is something interested, purchase it now before it's gone. If you'd like to support the channel, please consider purchasing some merch. I did upgrade the wastegate, not using the CX Racing wastegate. So you want to make sure you have a reliable wastegate with the spring set appropriately. Make sure you install this last piece here. Do not install it without this piece. Otherwise, you will not have a perfect seal. Our dump tube attaches to the end, and this will just, for now, exit out the car. Do you need to heat wrap the dump tube? Probably not. I just had some extra heat wrap laying around. We'll be using these V-band clamps that come with the TiAL Wastegate. I recommend doing a quick fitment underneath the car. Make sure you understand the orientation of the wastegate so you can decide which ports to use. And those ports that you are not using, plug those up with the included plugs that come with the TiAL Wastegate. I've installed the vacuum ports in the orientation and the position to which I think I'll be using them. If I'm wrong or later decide to adjust that, they're relatively easy to adjust. You can see here the dump tube coming off of the wastegate, which is out of the picture, but that is shooting more or less down towards the ground. At some point in the near future, I do want to plumb the dump tube into the exhaust. I applied some additional reflective heat tape that I had left over right where that dump tube is positioned. In a future video, I'll go through the oxygen sensor attachments, There are multiple oxygen sensors on this car, and we're not going to use all of them. So I'll go through what I intend to do. Certainly not an expert in this field when it comes to the Lexus IS300. So if you have recommendations as far as the setup for the oxygen sensor, I'd love to hear from you. So leave your comments in the comment section below. That really wasn't so bad. Not as bad as installing the turbo manifold. And if you haven't seen that video, go take a look at it. It was a little bit of a headache and really made me second guess in installing the CX Racing turbo kit. But we're doing this to see if this is the right kit for you. You're considering installing that kit. Is it worthwhile? Or is it just better if you scrap that and buy all the parts individually to get some high quality parts and make sure that the fit and finish is spot on? Nevertheless, we were able to install our downpipe. Not a problem. I did have to pound out a little bit of the aluminum in one area right back there. Pounded that out a little bit, made a little bit of room, was able to snake that through. Just make sure you set up your wastegate properly. I did do a quick video on how to set up the springs for your spring pressure. Tomorrow I'll come out and we'll start installing the intercooler piping, the intercooler, and yeah, that is getting pretty exciting. We're getting pretty close there. But with that said, I think we're done for today. I want to thank you very much for joining, and until next time.